Hey everybody, it's your boy Nathan Crash and welcome to Bodied by the Internet, the internet's favorite show. And if you're not familiar with the format, I'll just go through it real quick with you. How Bodied by the Internet works is I read scary stories off of either creepypasta websites or subreddits, or just pretty much anything. Like it could be 4chan, whatever. Generally how it goes is I read the story, I give my thoughts on it, and then I give it a numerical rating. You're encouraged to do the same, and all you have to do to play the game is like, comment, and subscribe. That's it. And click the bell so you're notified whenever other stories come out. If you want to leave stories, just go ahead and leave it in the suggestions or in the comment section. Let's dive right into this. Our story for today is called Soup of the Day. It's written by user Spewing Dark Matter. Let's dive right into it. Let's throw our campfire up while we're at it. The moment I parked my car, I could have fallen asleep for 20 hours. My eyelids were grand pianos on a thin rope from those silent movies, waiting for the big buildup and then crash down. I considered it, but the pains of hunger and needing to piss was just as strong. The diner's parking lot was bare, except for a single blue pickup truck near the dumpsters and back entrance. The neon staff-only sign covered the door, flickering sickly. I couldn't see into the windows, fogged up with grease and coffee breath. It'd have to do. It was the only spot I'd seen for miles. A chime went off as I opened the entrance door. The sound of clattering utensils echoed throughout the place, bouncing off every empty table. I must have scared the shit out of the cook. I thought to myself as I sat myself on the stool at the counter. There was one cash register, a mini fridge with a bunch of bottles of soda and juice, a coffee machine on top of the left side of the counter. "Hello?" I said. Not a shout, but loud enough for more utensil rattling. The door to the kitchen flew open and out came a young man, probably mid-20s. He looked disheveled. The brown and cream uniform he wore was at least a size too big on his lanky, thin frame. Hey, sorry about that, dude. We don't usually get customers at this time," he spluttered. There was something very intense, but yet quite harmless about him, like an angry puppy. "It's alright, I just want a coffee, black and bacon and eggs, please. Over easy." The young man, his name tag said Peter, looked around and then quickly patted all over himself before finding a notepad to write the order. Black coffee and bacon, eggs, anything else?" he repeated back to me. I looked over to the menus on the walls beside him. In red chalk, the soup of the day was oxtail soup. I love that stuff, so I thought, why not? And some of that oxtail soup. Peter turned and looked at the menu. He turned back with an expression of worry, like a kid who's just broke a window playing in the yard. "Sure, yeah. Okay. It'll take about 20 minutes though, is that alright?" "That's fine," I said back. He poured my coffee and then returned to the kitchen with a somewhat twitchy step. He was super nervous, but honestly I was too tired to care, as long as the food was edible. Let's see. Alright. The next 20 minutes were something. Periodically, Peter would crack the door open just enough to peep out at me. I looked at him each time, and in a panic, he slammed the door shut again. Did he not expect me to notice him? I mostly played on my phone while the food was being cooked. The coffee machine was near enough for me to refill my own drink, as Twitchy Pete was busy cooking, I guessed. I looked up at the name of the place, Bob's Cafe and Cookin', and it had pretty good reviews despite so few comments. As I was reading a 4-star review claiming the best bacon outside the river, the door to the kitchen opened and out came a stout, ugly man with a plate and bowl. His name tag said Bob, maybe the man himself. He put my food down in front of me. The eggs were not over easy, but I was too hungry to complain. "Thanks, Bob. You the owner?" I asked. The large fellow stared at me, his eyes darting about as he thought of his response. No. That's my uncle," he said. His red with sweat. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I just nodded and he hurried back to the kitchen. The bacon was good, the eggs were good, but wow, that oxtail soup. I didn't even need to salt it. I can honestly say it was the best damn soup I'd ever had. The meat was especially juicy and cooked to absolute perfection. I savored every drop, and once I finished it, I wondered to myself if I can get a takeaway tub of the stuff. I waited a while and even banged on the counter to get those two guys' attention, but I got no response. I thought, they're 2 kids on the night shift, they probably just want to smoke a joint out back and laze about. I left the money I owned on the counter, and made my way back to my car. As I started up, I noticed the pickup truck was gone. I don't remember hearing it drive away though. 2 weeks later, I'm at the hospital now because I was brought here because I fainted in a supermarket. I've never done that before, but then again, I don't think I'll ever see a headline like that again. I was picking up groceries. As I was picking up groceries, I passed the newsstand and I saw it. The worst news of my life. Horror at the diner. Police search after owner found dead and dismembered at his own diner. Reports say flesh and bones and flesh were found in a soup pan above the stove. From reviewed security footage, police are looking for 2 men in their 20s, one overweight and the other average to underweight, with a blue Toyota pickup. They are also searching for a customer male mid-40s who has likely consumed some of the flesh soup. That's a pretty solid one, I think. I'm gonna give that like a 6. That's pretty gross. I wouldn't be very happy about it. So, and that he could totally got murdered. So, that's a pretty good story. Generally, I'm not a huge fan of the no sleep subreddit, but that's a pretty good one. It didn't like dive super hard into some alternate reality nonsense that takes me out of it. So that was a pretty good story. Good job. I think I read the dude's name off. If I didn't, I will do that right now. I just want to say good job to our boy Spewing Dark Matter. I did shout him out already. Go ahead and leave your thoughts about that story in the comment section. Let's dive right into the next one. The Vampire Couple of Vegas. Alright, jump right into it again. This is from the Let's Not Meet subreddit, and it's by Ginger on the Rocks. About a year ago, my then boyfriend Michael and I went to Vegas. He bought me tickets to a Cirque du Soleil show I've been dying to see for Valentine's Day. This was my first real vacation with him, but also my first time wearing a slinky red velvet, curve-hugging, floor-length dress. After the show, we decided to hoof it back to our hotel on the far end of the strip and hit up a few bars along the way. We were dressed up, feeling good, and figured why not. Several people had stopped both of us on the strip and complimented my dress appearance and his suit. We were feeling buzzed and giggly, but continued our way towards our hotel. In the one of the pedestrian plaza areas, I see a couple, 30s to 40s, that look straight out of Blade. The man was pale with dark hair, who wore a striking suit and had dark piercing eyes, while the woman had blonde hair, wore a slinky dress similar to mine, and also had piercing eyes. As I made eye contact with them, the man smirked while the woman seemed to focus on Michael. Weirdly enough, time seemed to slow down as I took everything in around them, or about them. Immediately I sobered up. Something felt inherently wrong about the two of them. This was not us/our outfits being admired. It felt way more predatory. I gripped onto Michael's arm harder and scanned the surroundings for a place we could hide/escape from them. We crossed a footbridge and made it to another block of hotels, getting closer to our own hotel. And I glanced behind me to see that the couple were still following, and no one seemed to pay them any mind. His eyes were still locked onto mine, and he was still grinning. I finally found the CVS and insisted that Michael and I should swing in there to pick up more alcohol. Michael didn't think we needed more to drink, but I dragged him into the store. As soon as we got inside and away from the front door, I told him what had happened and why we stopped at CVS. He was completely unaware that anyone had been tailing us. After about 20 minutes in the store, we checked the street and didn't see the couple anywhere in sight. Whether they were petty thieves, traffickers, or vampires, let's not meet again. And that's just a fun little story I wanted to read, just because the title was kind of cute. That was not terrible. I'm gonna give that one okay. I'll give that one like a 4, just because again, it has nothing to do with like the Blade thing or anything like that. Like, I just really like the idea that or not like the idea. I always get uneasy at stuff that's like, yeah, you're about to get kidnapped, bro. Like, that stuff's just a really easy. It's really easy for that kind of stuff to freak me out. So that's pretty much the only reason I'm giving that one what I gave it. Yeah. So 4 or 3.5. That's kind of where I'm sitting at right now. But that's gonna do it for this one, guys. I know these last 2 episodes have been kind of short. My apologies in advance, but I hope you guys have at least been enjoying the videos. If you don't mind the new format, if you don't mind the shorter bite-sized episode, go ahead and leave that in the comment section. Again, if you don't like it, also leave that in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think, because you know, we do take this kind of stuff into consideration. I just feel like 10 to 15 minutes is a lot easier to take in, and it's not much of a time investment. So we figure that's better for everybody else. You don't feel like you're gonna have to sit down and commit to, you know, half an hour, you know. And it's a lot. There's a lot of logistics around it. Why I'm deciding on like experimenting with the formula a little bit. Because initially the first episodes were kind of short, and then they kind of got longer for a while because I tend to ramble. But that's gonna be for it. That's gonna be it for right now, guys. My bad. If you know, if you enjoyed the episode, please like, comment, subscribe. If you want to help the channel out and you're already subscribed and you already have the bell clicked, you know, because you should have the bell clicked if you're subscribed, so you're notified whenever I put episodes out. And you know, if you want to have your story featured on the show, you can go ahead and leave that in the comment section. Those suggestions usually take priority. I staggered a few episodes just so I can make sure I got suggested stories out quicker, so that way you guys feel like I'm engaging. You know, I want you guys to know that like all the support you've given us is more than appreciated. It's honestly been so humbling to see the kind of success we've been seeing in the last month or two. So thank you guys for everything you've done, and I hope you continue supporting the channel. Another way to support the channel is by follow me on Twitch, on twitch.tv/Nathan_Crash, because we're really close to getting affiliate, and once I get affiliate, I can start getting subscribers, and once I get to a decent and consistent number of subscribers, there's a very real possibility I do this full time, and I get to play games more, and you guys get to get more of Bodied by the Internet, we get Bodied, and Nathan Crash gets Bodied, and you know, maybe I'll spice it up and add, you know, more variety and stuff. Do different things, you know. I might actually practice editing and stuff. That might be a cool thing that happens. But honestly, irregardless if we ever hit those milestones, it doesn't matter. You guys have gone this farther than I ever like plausibly thought. You know, like I really didn't see us hitting 100 subscribers. You know, I thought we would hit subscribers by the end of the year. We hit it. We still have half a year to go, so like I can't wait to see what the rest of this year has in store for us. Like, this has been a really solid like couple of months, and it's all because of you guys. So just know that everything you do to help the channel is appreciated. Thank you to anyone who likes, comments, you know, leave suggestions for stories, and people who share our videos and share the channel. Like, honestly, like we would never have gotten the custom URL if it wasn't for you guys, or I would never have gotten it if it wasn't for you guys. Like, it's youtube.com/NathanCrash. It's that easy. Like, you guys have made sharing the channel that much easier, and it's all because of you. It's all because of your guys' combined effort. And just know that it's super like just flattering. It's humbling because for the longest time, for like the first couple months, there was less than 20 people subscribed to the channel, and we would see like 1 or 2 people trickle in like every couple of weeks. And like now we're growing a lot more consistently, and I think honestly that's entirely because of you guys. You guys are help pushing us through the algorithm. You guys are like, you know, commenting and engaging more, and all that stuff helps a ton. So thank you as always. If you want to suggest your story, I'm encouraging you myself. I want to hear what you guys have in store for us, and for me. Because I always look forward to talking to you guys. If you guys comment, I'm pretty sure you notice that like I'm on you guys like hawks. Like I love talking with you guys. I love engaging with you guys. You know, that's why I'm always preaching the Twitter and the Twitch, and I always want to stream because I always want to hang out with you guys. It's really cool. If you want to suggest games for me to play, go ahead and do that in the comment section as well. And I'll get back to you on that. But that's gonna do it for this one, guys. no matter when it is, no matter where you are, have a good one and try not to get bodied. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.